Hey there, it's Kurt Nilsen with Sunrise Mortgage Group in Oregon City, Oregon. This is part 2 in a series of mini classes that I'm doing covering all the steps in the home buying process. Over a number of weeks, I'm going to be going step by step and walk you through the home buying process from A to Z. My goal is to cover the top things you need to know and questions that we mortgage brokers and my realtor friends get asked every day about the home buying process. Last week, we talked about getting pre-qualified 6 to 18 months before you actually go out looking to buy a home. As we discussed then, getting pre-qualified helps you get your ducks in a row regarding what price range of home to look in, what your down payment options are, and most importantly, whether or not you need to shore up your credit or pay off some debt. Doing this pre-qualification well in advance of actually buying is a very wise move. In this segment of our Homebuyer Workshop series, I'm going to talk about who needs a pre-approval and why, how long does it take to get pre-approved, how long is a pre-approval good for, and what does a pre-approval really mean. So, if you're at the stage where you're ready to go look at houses with the intent of buying, meaning if you find that special home and you're ready to make an offer on it, you're going to need a pre-approval. In fact, a pre-approval will be required by the seller and the real estate agent of the home that you're making an offer on. It's required because the seller will not want to accept your offer to purchase the home if you've not been pre-approved for the purchase price. And who can blame them, right? We can't ask the seller to take the home off the market and waste their time on someone who may not be able to buy the home in the first place. Getting a pre-approval is not hard. Hopefully you followed my advice and developed a relationship with a mortgage lender in regards to getting pre-qualified way back when you first decided to buy a home. But if you haven't, that's okay. Simply get in touch with a mortgage lender now and tell them that you want to get pre-approved. To get pre-approved, your lender will collect things like W-2s, pay stubs, tax returns, bank statements, things like that. What I do with my clients is email them a little checklist of items that I need to complete the pre-approval. I try and make it as simple as possible, and I give the client options regarding the easiest way for them to get me the documents. I can pick the papers up from them, they can mail them to me, or what most people choose to do is simply scan and email them to me, or they fax them. Once that documentation is collected from you, they're turned into the lender, and usually within a day or two, we'll have our official pre-approval. Sometimes it can take a little more time for the approval depending on the complexity of the tax returns or if you're paid by commission, overtime, or bonus income. A pre-approval is usually good for about 2 months, and it's very easy to extend the length of the pre-approval by simply getting updated pay stubs from you. A pre-approval means that you're officially approved for a certain monthly payment, not necessarily an exact purchase price. What I mean by that is there's such a large variable in the annual property taxes of homes, it's impossible to say that you're approved for, say, exactly a $300,000 house. In our area, you may have one $300,000 house with property taxes of $300 a month or $3,600 a year, and 5 miles away you might have another one with property taxes of $400 a month or $4,800 a year, which is why we're actually approving you for a maximum monthly payment and not an exact purchase price. Once you make an offer on your new home, your mortgage lender will write you a pre-approval letter specific to the address and the price you're offering for that home. So that's it for our pre-approval segment. Getting a pre-approval is not hard. It only takes a few days. Be sure and get your pre-approval before you actively start looking at homes, and you'll be prepared to buy that new home when you find it. Thanks for tuning in.